This is my shore power line, and it runs down and around this shower faucet, and water leaks here. Got shore power, and I've got a nick on the line here, and farther on down the shore power line I've got this long patch job, or something happens. I don't know what happened, but I've got this electrical tape, insulation's completely missing. This bothers me to no end because this is sitting on the ground after it's been routed underneath the vehicle. It's running over the 30 amp line. Somebody's taking a shower, it gets wet, 30 amps, water, not a great combination. I don't exactly feel safe about that. Certainly don't want my wife, my friends to be getting messed up with some serious amperage going through them. My intention is to rewire this. I've actually got an external kit. I'm going to pretty much chop the wire and then put a 30 amp male end, and then that'll allow me to take an extension cord that's fully sealed, that'll twist lock into it. I can seal it. It's completely insulated. It's thicker gauge wire. It's actually a marine power line, so it's designed to be around water, and then that extension cord I'll keep stored. So some of the fun goodies that I bought on Amazon is a Camco, a 30 amp to 15 amp adapter. I have an extension cord, so if I need to add some distance, I can. And then I bought this Marine Co 30 amp extension cord. I got the ring that you attach to it. And the other thing I bought was this Marine Co weatherproof plug kit, and it's got the 30 amp male connector, and it actually has this ring here, goes right here, and it'll fully seal. It'll connect together. This connector here, that's this yellow and white piece, will be sealed fully inside of here. When I connect any kind of electrical power, I have the ability to fully seal it. This is a 25-foot 30 amp extension cable. It's got a sure grip handle, so you can pull it easily and put it into the power panel. This is Marine Co. This is actually for boats, and this solution that I've picked is actually with parts that are designed to be on a boat docked. You've got this cable running from your boat to your shore power, and who knows what kind of water it might be exposed to. It's fully insulated. So I went ahead and I chopped the shoreline power cable. I chopped it right at where the insulation started to be breaking. I have this pigtail here, I guess, and at some point I'm going to chop it somewhere along here, but I'm pretty much trying to size it because the door comes like this and then it swings out. I don't really know if I can actually have this piece here because it's wider than the door. The panel does not actually close. It doesn't fit properly. That's with the adapter here. Quite frankly, if I put it anywhere in here, it's just too busy. I mean, it's just, there's too much going on right here. This is not a good place to put it. I'm gonna go with my plan B idea, which is gonna be, I'm gonna fix it right here to the end of this pigtail. Plus, honestly, I do want to have some kind of access to this, and I want it to be somewhere available where there's some room to work. This isn't exactly a small fixture. Ultimately, my goal is to make sure that wherever this sits and gets attached to, it doesn't have a chance of having water dripping on it. The other components to this basically are, there is this receptacle. This is the part where the wires get connected into. That's the plug. And then the cable comes into the grip piece here, this rubber insulator, into here. This is how it would go together. There's actually a rubber seal here that will create a very good seal around the cable. Additionally, there is inside of here, that little plastic bracket actually gets screwed in to clamp onto the wire. There's actually really nice, pretty strong clamps that you screw down onto the wires. It looks like you can get a pretty good grip in here too. It looks like altogether, this solution, it's gonna be very solid. It's gonna be very well insulated. In addition, when the shoreline is connected to it, this piece goes into this ring here. And this ring will go over this lip, and you'll actually be able to bind this handle and this together, so if you yanked on it, it's not going anywhere. You're gonna have this yellow piece clamped on to the cable, and then this actually gives it a pretty good amount of grip in addition to the actual wires being clamped pretty dang tight. I'm really looking forward to this solution. So as far as wiring this goes, it's pretty simple. That's white, that's green, that's black. There's little circle, color circle indicators to show you what wire goes where. As you can see, there's these screw clamps. They go the length of this plug adapter, and I've went ahead and exposed the green and the white and the black cables pretty much to the same length. They're actually going to go into the receptacle. I'm going to try to get them to the same depth, but what I do need to do is I probably need to peel back just a little bit more of this black insulation, just so that I can have the wiggle room to be able to spread these cables farther out. But I basically just took the ground first. I peeled back about half an inch of wire, and I just tested the depth and made sure it was good. It goes all the way in, so it should, you know, be a really nice tight connection once I'm all done. So I'm going to keep kind of peeling away at this black insulation to kind of figure out the right amount of cable to expose, and then I can go ahead and size where my adapter needs to be and where this yellow piece needs to be, and then I can get it all put together. So I went ahead and I peeled back even more of the black insulation at probably about as much as a half an inch, so that I could have enough lead. I actually peeled back even more insulation on the wire, so I could have more wire to go into the receptacle, and then still have enough insulated wire to kind of route everything with the space that I need. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of finish fixing up the wire to kind of be the proper distance to go into these holes and get it ready so I can actually insert the receptacle and crank down on them. So now I've got them so that I can put the ends into the holes, and should have enough wire to go all the way into the hole and have the actual insulation in the very beginning of the plastic pieces here. And then I should have more than enough wire to crank down on and go past the actual clamps here. I can't actually put this end in until I get this all routed. I gotta actually put this in too. So I just wanted to make sure I had enough wire available and everything was cut, because I've got to kind of size this somewhat exactly. So I got the yellow piece that actually, it has these little nice little grippy flange little line pieces. You can see there's like little ridges inside. They actually line up so that this cannot twist. When you twist this, it actually kind of locks in place, which is a really nice feature, because it basically allows you to grip this, and that should be all you really need to do to handle everything. Additionally, there is an arrow and some information about like lock and unlock and twist. So this needs to actually come around so that when this is attached up here, you can actually read it and see it. So it's got to be aligned properly. So I'm about to wire the end on there, and then actually start feeding everything back down, and gotta clamp this once I've got this all properly positioned, and I should end up having a very solid connection at the end. So I went ahead and got the cable connected into the receptacle. I aimed to try to get all of the actual insulation of the wires into, at least somehow into the lip of this. They're solidly connected in here. There's no give on this at all. So I'm going to go ahead and bring this piece down into, wow, a nice little suction there, into alignment. There's a little notch right here, and on this piece here, it actually comes down into here and nicely seats. I can push this into place. There's a nice rubber seal. This actually is nice and tight around this insulation, so this is actually really well sealed already. Not to mention, this whole piece is going to slip all the way over past these connectors, so there will be nothing that will actually get exposed. I mean, it'll be exposed to air while it's sitting in here, but it won't be in water. These shouldn't corrode. They're actually supposed to be corrosion resistant. So now I'm going to tighten these screws down, tighten these screws in here. This is going to clamp to the cable. I should have a really nice solid connector here already once that's done. And then additionally, this will come down over it. There's nothing that really attaches this here. There's a very tight suction though. That'll give just a whole other layer of insulation. Just kind of evenly tried to tighten it down. This is super solid. I could kind of even feel like once it was gripping down on this, it's tight. I was really hopeful when I saw all of these pieces, but I'm really stoked about just how solid this all comes together. It's really well built, really well sealed, and it's, you know, Marine Co. I slipped the ring over this. That's the actual finished product. This actually slides in. The connections obviously make their connection. You can then screw this in place, and this is pretty much at least watertight enough that dripping water is not going to matter. And that's really what I was going for, was having a nice robust connector. So I finished with my connector, and I forgot that the prongs come out. They're not recessed in here. I forgot. So that's actually why I got this this ring. And this is actually how the extension cord comes. You have to buy this ring separately from Marine Co. It's actually what couples the two pieces together. This will actually slip on and cover. It'll actually cover the connectors. So you just screw that on there, nice and solid. Sprout this in here and connect my shore power like so.